Hey guys, it's Gary here from the very beautiful Cape Town, South Africa. If you haven't been to Cape Town, please come and visit us. Feel free to give us a shout, and we'd like to meet with you from wherever you are in the world. Guys, I'm just going to go run through the cryptocurrency market capitalization for you at the moment. Today is the 21st of September 2017. And we've recently come through a bit of a dip of Bitcoin, and then a sudden rise up, and now it seems to be dipping down again. Okay, guys, when this kind of thing happens in the marketplace, for some reason it creates a lot of fear, and people are uncertain, and they start forgetting the very fundamentals of why they got into the cryptocurrency space in the first place. Okay, so fear overpowers reason, and the unwise start selling coins in panic, and the market makers, the wise guys on the other side, start buying those coins up as the market falls. Okay, and this is a very easy way for guys that have access to funds to buy up cheap Bitcoin. Okay, and what happens is generally fear is created in the marketplace. People sell off, and then these guys buy at the new prices. So, I mean, would you rather pay $4,000 or $3,000 for Bitcoin? All right, so just to start to understand the logic, don't get caught up in the panic and the emotion of it. Bitcoin this year has already had a 400% appreciation. It's better than any asset class in its kind. It's completely decentralized. It is as strong as ever. There are conventions happening all over the world. People getting excited about Bitcoin and the adoption. It's starting to grow massively all over the world. People are starting to understand the freedom that it brings. So don't get caught up in the FUD, guys. Don't get caught up in the emotion when the price drops. In particular for guys that have come in recently, that have paid $4,500 for almost $5,000 a Bitcoin, and now you see it at $3,600. Guys, I can't tell you how many stories there are of guys that I've spoken to that have come in when the price was $1,200 and then dropped to $800, and they were all panicky. I mean, what were they panicking for? Look at the price now today, and this is a few months ago. All right, so guys, to understand the fundamentals, there are only 16 million Bitcoins available. Look at what the population is, and look at the growth and expansion and the knowledge that people are getting around Bitcoin. If it's going to become the world reserve currency one day, I mean, you try and put a total of 21 million spread across 7 billion people and expanding all the time, and then you can start to understand why there are very prominent people in the space saying that Bitcoin will one day be sitting at $500,000 a coin. Okay, so fundamentally understand limited supply, greater adoption will push the price up ultimately. So the trend started here in 2009. It's now sitting at $3,600 or $3,700. Guys, don't watch it every day if it's going to upset you. Okay, now I'm talking particularly not for the guys that came in when it was under $1,000 like myself, but for people that came into Bitcoin late, like recently. Okay, you've come into Bitcoin at a high price. You've got to be blooded. It's going to go down, and you've got to learn to just hold your emotions, hold steady, and just enjoy the ride. Okay, you never sell on a low. Okay, guys, you always buy into weakness. You buy into weakness. So if you see the coin dropping, you get your funds ready and you buy into weakness. If you're going to sell Bitcoin, which I recommend you never ever do, you sell it high and you sell it in profit. Okay, if you want to go back into fiat currency, into paper money, The history of paper money, put it kindly, been one of failure. In fact, every fiat currency since Romans first began the practice in the 1st century has ended in devaluation and eventual collapse. So not only the currency, but the economy that houses the currency as well. Now, guys, we've seen this, okay, time and time again. We know that paper money devalues. We've seen what's happened in Zimbabwe. We've seen how banks fail us, okay. They're working with systems that are not sustainable, okay, and what they do is they keep printing more and more and flooding more money into the marketplace, and they call that quantitative easing. And what does it do? It brings the value of our currency, our paper money, down, okay, as opposed to Bitcoin that keeps growing and growing and growing. So let's just look at the trend. In 2010, I think that's May 2010, 1 Bitcoin equaled $1. Okay, let's just see if we can find it here. See, I did see it, yes, some time ago. I don't want to make this too long. I'm going to see the history, if I can get to the history here. Bitcoin price history. Let's just type that in. Let's see if I can get there. History of Bitcoin. Oh gosh, sorry guys, I just need to find it. History, prices and value history. Okay, so let's just have a look here, guys. In 2010, okay, May 2010. Parity with the dollar. I just want to see what happened here. Bitcoin takes parity of the US dollar. Sorry, during February, April 2011. So during this time, Bitcoin's price was the same. You could buy what you could with $1, you could buy with Bitcoin. Okay. Now let's go and have a look. 3,695. Which currency is stronger, guys? Which one's trending upwards? All right, so guys, don't panic when you see this happening. You see a little drop like this. Don't panic, guys. We're looking at 2, 3, 4, 5 years ahead. Okay. So another point I want to just talk about. What coins do you want to be collecting right now? And when do you want to be buying them in particular? Okay. So if you've got money aside, I want to talk you through a couple of altcoins that are absolutely incredible, and they have a massive future ahead of them. Now guys, I want to just mention, this is not financial advice. This is just advice from me to you to try and empower you to actually go and do your own research so you can start to understand this. The first thing you want to do is you want to make sure you own at least 1 Bitcoin. So when I talk to people about this, I say to guys, whenever you're buying cryptocurrency, at least have half your cryptocurrency portfolio in Bitcoin. Okay, so 50% of it, you keep it in Bitcoin, and you want to hold at least 1 Bitcoin. Okay, because down the line, 3, 4, 5, 6 years, maybe 10 years down the line, when 1 Bitcoin equals $500,000, you're going to thank me for this. Okay. The second thing you want to do is the other 50%, you want to diversify into several altcoins that have a massive future down the line. Now, just to give you an idea, guys, at the beginning of this year, I bought Ethereum. Ethereum was let's just go historical snapshots. January 2016, somewhere there. Ethereum was sitting at 98 cents. Okay, I didn't buy it at 98 cents. I bought it at about $9. Okay, and look at the price now today. Okay. Now, during the time from $8, it went up to $400. Okay, and then it's dropped down, it's gone up, dropped down, dropped down. But there's a massive future with Ethereum, guys. So you want to hold at least 5 Ethereum in your portfolio. In fact, I say 10. So even if every month you buy half of Ethereum or a quarter of Ethereum, you go and do that, because at the end of the day, you want to hold at least 10 Ethereum. All right, the next one I want to talk about, look, Dash has got a great marketing team. It's a privacy coin. You see it's limited in quantity. I mean, I've seen Dash this year. Dash was under $10 in January. Look at it now. Okay, and it can continue to grow, but it's not one that I'm really punting at the moment, because I think it's really high at the moment in comparison to other very good coins. So another very good coin that I recommend you guys get is Litecoin. Okay, Litecoin, you want to try and get to the point where you at least hold 50 Litecoin. Okay, 50 Litecoin, guys. Then you've got this this year, it's called New Economic Movement. You see the price is still only 21 cents, but that's because they have a huge number in circulation. Also a great project, guys. I think it's a project that's a long-term hold. I currently hold probably about 5,000 to 6,000 of these tokens. It's not one of my top ones, okay, but it is one to start accumulating when you can, okay. Then I'm going to talk about IOTA. IOTA hasn't yet been proven, okay, guys, but if you're a bit of a risk taker and you've got a little bit of Bitcoin aside and you want to put it into a project that can bring a massive return down the line, this is almost like where Bitcoin was in 2009. It's not using the blockchain, okay, so, yeah, and you can pick up this now at 48 cents, okay, guys. I don't think it's going to go much lower than this. And it's got a huge upside, okay, 0 fees to move it around and almost instantly, okay. Then you look at this Monero. Monero is a privacy coin, okay. It seems to be the one that's adopted the most. I do hold a certain number of Monero, but it's not, look, there's another one that I like, that the technology is probably, from what I can understand from some of the software guys, is that the technology is a little bit ahead of Monero. It's called Cloak Coin. Okay, so Cloak Coin. Let's just find it quickly for you. So this is one, as more and more people start to get into the privacy space, this is a very good one to buy, in particular at a price like this. Okay, guys, so if you can buy a couple of these and just hold them, okay. And you know, a lot of these altcoins you'll buy, sometimes you'll buy at sort of a high, and then you have to just ride the wave until it slowly starts building up. Okay, so that is a good one. Cloak Coin is a very good alternative to Monero. So you see the price tag on Monero is already quite high, but of course, not having a huge circulation and lots of money going into this can push that price up to over $100 very, very quickly, okay? I'm not a great fan of Ethereum Classic, but I am a very great fan of Neo. So my first video on Neo, I was talking about it, was about $7 or $8. I picked up some at $5, and this coin went all the way up to $50, okay, guys? And then the China FUD hit, and it's dropped down to $17, as you can see. Got a great future. Some people believe it's actually greater than Ethereum. All right, so it's going to be concentrating in the Asian markets. Very good future, guys. This is also something you want to be collecting. Then the last one I'm going to be talking about, because I can talk about a lot of these, but the last one that I think is a great project also, that if you can get into it early, in particular at this price now, because you see it's had a good drop, is Amisago. So these guys are working with a plan to bank the unbanked, and with a system, over 2 billion people out there that don't have access to a bank account. these guys are actively working to help these guys. Okay, they're very strong in Thailand. You always see what they're doing with at government level as well. They're tied in, I think, with Kentucky Fried Chicken. They might also be tied in with Apple. Okay, the Apple phones. Okay, well, the company Apple. Okay, so great project to be putting your money into. I don't know if you guys follow Cliff High. He's what he does is he uses a bot to search the net, and through predictive linguistics, he can sort of analyze, and he's been very accurate in the past, what coins or what cryptocurrencies are going to be around for a very long time, and what ones are going to show enormous growth. So if you want to research him, it's Cliff High, CLIF, new word, HIGH. Okay, go try find him on YouTube. Go read about what he does. Guys, this guy's very clued up. He used to be high up in Microsoft, in the programming part of it. And this is all he does now. Okay, he does these reports. So he has this spider that runs through the web and collects all this information, and then he can, with that information, he can see the patterns, and he can put together very accurate reports. So, I mean, on one of his reports, he talks about this going to like 30,000% increase in the next couple of years, a MESA go. Okay, so it's a very good project to look at, guys. But once again, there's no guarantee in this space, guys. You know, don't get into the space if you're looking to turn over a quick profit. If you understand the fundamentals and you understand that this is the future of money, as I do, and as a lot of the world are starting to do, then you won't be afraid when you see these little fluctuations, okay, in the market. So guys, it's my wish to, geez, the video is already 17 minutes. Keep a calm head, think, all right? Keep calm, all right? Try and understand what the picture will be like in 5, 6, 7 months' time, and just enjoy the ride, guys, okay? Until my next video, listen, I'm off to Spain. Myself and Cindy are off to Spain for 3 weeks. So we won't be back until October, so you may not see a video of ours. Oh, the other token I want to just tell you about is 10x, okay, before I go. Ooh, great project, great price. I haven't seen a price like this for over a month. I bought under $1. It's been up over $3 already, and now it's dropped to 163. Also a great project, guys. This one also gives you passive income, as well as Neo gives you some passive income. But you can go research that on YouTube, and you can get your own information on that. So like I said, we'll be away for a couple of weeks. We'll try to do a video from there, keep you guys updated on the trip and on the market. But guys, really, this is the best advice that I could possibly give you. I would never give you advice that I'm not fully committed in. And I mean, I'm 100% into crypto. I love it. I love what it stands for. I love what it brings to people. I can't stand the fact that the banks we've been screwed by central banks. Okay, we've been screwed by governments. It's these elites that play both sides. You know, they are the crooks. They are the terrorists. They are the ones that create problems, wait for the reaction of the people, and then provide the solutions and fund both sides of the war. So we need to understand who these guys are, and we need to start work together against it. And Bitcoin and cryptocurrency allows for this. Okay, it's decentralized. It cannot be closed by governments. It can be banned, but what happens when you ban things? It goes underground. Okay, and it gets even bigger and stronger. So it cannot be stopped. Okay, that's the important thing to understand. Through fear and FUD, they can create fluctuations in the price, but they cannot stop this technology. It's completely decentralized. Okay, in fact, there's even a Bitcoin satellite in orbit, and very soon people won't need the internet to be able to deal with Bitcoin transactions. So guys, have some faith, okay? You want to be in this space, whether Bitcoin's at $5,000 or $800 tomorrow, you want to be in this space, all right? So well done if you are in this space. If you're not yet in it, get into it, guys. In particular, you want to buy when you have a red day. That's the most exciting time for me because those are the opportunities I look for. So until the next video, this is Gary signing off. Peace out, guys. Cheers.